We're all very well aware of the fact that during the 9 days we avoid eating meat and drinking wine as a sign of Avelus during this time for the Beis HaMikdash. The question can be asked, however, an Avel, even during Shiva, is allowed to eat meat and drink wine. And in fact, he is not allowed to learn Torah. And we have, during the 9 days, the opposite. We don't eat meat, we don't drink wine, we do learn Torah. And in fact, many have the practice, if there's a siyum that occurs during the 9 days, then that allows us to eat meat and to drink wine. What exactly is going on here? Shlomo Zalman Auerbach explained the following. He said, when it comes to Shiva, it's an avelus that took place right now. A person just lost someone near and dear. He doesn't need to be reminded of that fact by avoiding meat and avoiding wine. He already is experiencing that avelus in a very real and emotional way. Talmud Torah is the only thing that, if a person really sinks into Torah, that can make a person forget everything, all of his troubles, all of his problems in this world. And therefore, the Avel is allowed to eat meat and drink wine, which are superficial physical things, but he's not allowed to learn Torah. When it comes to the Avelus Yeshana of the 9 days over the Beis HaMikdash, the opposite is true. It's very easy for us to do like we do the rest of the year. Most of us hardly are aware of the fact that we're missing anything, that we don't have the Beis HaMikdash. We have to get our attention by avoiding certain pleasures, certain things that we normally have. Of course, in commemoration of the fact that we don't have the karbanos, we don't have the nesachim, so we avoid meat and we avoid wine. But Talmud Torah, to avoid Torah, that would be counterproductive, because the point is not to just mourn the Beis HaMikdash. The point is to get back the Beis HaMikdash, to rebuild the Beis HaMikdash. And Talmud Torah is how we're going to be able to do that. Talmud Torah, increasing our connection to Torah, to Avodas Hashem, that's what's going to lead to the rebuilding of the Beis HaMikdash. So the minhag that we have, not only the halachas, but the minhag that we have of having a siyum and being able to eat meat and drink wine, we should understand the deeper significance of that. But beyond that, we should take this opportunity, number one, not just to deal with the details, to get through the 9 days without meat and without doing whatever else we're not allowed to do during the 9 days, and go on with our lives. No. We have to realize, let's be mischazik, strengthen ourselves in Talmud Torah, but more than that, let's get Beis HaMikdash into our minds and think, what will it take? What can we do to get back to that point where we don't need to mourn anymore, and we have the final Yeshua and the final rebuilding of the Beis HaMikdash?